Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm your host, PattSun, and today we're gonna be taking a look at r/am I the asshole, where a cheating wife is so upset that OP managed to turn the tables on her. Let's begin. Am I the asshole for denying my wife sex? Posted by Reddit user Extreme Ad.
So I saw a story similar to this, but I want my own advice. So I'm 34 and my wife is 32, and she had our baby girl who too. Now when our little girl turned 1, I asked my wife if she was ready for sex or any type of physical connection again, since we barely hug, barely cuddle, or even kiss in almost a year. Yes, I do understand she was touched out. So a month later I hired a babysitter to come 2 days a week, one night for date night and another for my wife to just have the whole day to herself. I still do this. So I attempted to cuddle her and she rejected it. She told me she didn't want that, so find some other way to get what I need. So that's what I did. I'm not cheating on her. One, because I don't have the energy to do that. I mainly bought myself some toys and I mainly don't need to cuddle. So now if she wants a kiss, I give her a kiss, but nothing more. If she wants a hug, then I'll give her one. And if she wants to cuddle, we don't, because after I put our child down, I take a shower and go to sleep. We still do our date nights and all of that. She attempted to have sex with me 2 weeks ago and I asked her nicely if she could stop, as I wanted to get undressed and take a shower. Then she tried to join me in the shower, so I just got out of it and went to the guest room to shower and locked the door. I told her that I was sorry, but I wanted to take my own shower and she said it was okay. So last week I figured she would try again, so I got her some toys. I told her that these are hers and she can use them for whatever pleasure or need she needed. She said she didn't want that and she wanted me, and I told her that was good and all, but at this moment I don't want her. I would like to watch TV. So this week she decided to ask me what was going on and why I didn't want her. I said that I would have to want her again. I said, I'm saying I don't find you attractive because I've been almost 4 years without you, so I've learned how to manage myself. For those wondering, how is it 4 years we didn't have sex? Her whole pregnancy is she didn't want it, which was fine, and my daughter turns 3 in 2 weeks. She asked if I was punishing her. I told her I wasn't. I didn't have the energy to punish her. I said that I would work on it, but give me a few weeks to a few months, unless she just wanted me to have sex with her while thinking of something else. She said she would not like that, and I told her for now just use the toys I got her. So I was gone out with some friends, and one said I wasn't wrong as she has taught me how to live without her touch and I just need to get back used to it. But one said to just fuck her and just think about something else, so that she can have what she wants. Now I know I'm going to get comments saying, well, how about you take care of a baby all since she's a stay-at-home mom? I can, and I did. She went to the hospital because she got COVID 2 weeks after our child was born, and so I had to take care of our baby alone for almost a month, and then she got it again 3 months later, so then I took care of our baby for 2 weeks. Then every year for her birthday I give her a 2-week-long vacation. People who ask, well, is childcare only on her? And I think I said it before, but when I get home I usually take care of our child at night. So am I the asshole though? Also, sorry if it's long and hard to read, it's late. Short update. Hello people, so I'm back to give you all an update. Me and my wife are divorcing. So basically we had a conversation which ended up in arguing, and so I gave her some options: an open marriage, divorce, therapy, or she just lets me wait till my attraction for her came back. So she said she would just want an open marriage on her side, which I was fine with. I didn't really care. She was mad I would let other men fuck her with my permission. Then she admitted she had been cheating on me. So all of you who had said that, you were right. So I told her that we could go ahead and get a divorce. She was upset and begged and asked how. I was going to allow it, but then divorced her because she was cheating. I told her because we never agreed to an open marriage when you were cheating, so that's why. So I have filed for divorce, and we have been splitting my daughter since she has moved back into some friend's house. So that's an update for you all.
OP, I am so sorry that your wife is a fucking scumbag. She has neglected you for 4 years by giving all of her attention to someone else while you are stuck in the house taking care of the kids and jerking off by yourself. But then, she got pissed when you started withdrawing from her and doing the exact same thing she put you through. OP, you divorcing her is the right decision to make. Also, get your kid DNA tested. If she started getting cold at around the time of the pregnancy, then the kid is probably not yours since the affair has started during that time. One final piece of advice. Don't be a fucking cuck and allow an open marriage. Dude, why would you even suggest something so disgusting? It will only destroy you. And now for today's second story. The struggles of dealing with reconciliation and the aftermath of an affair. Posted by Reddit user Broken260706.
So my wife and I have been married almost 8 years. Anniversary is actually next week. We have 3 young children together, one of which has autism, and both work full-time with long commutes. Stress is usually pretty high. We have had our fair share of problems in the marriage. Fighting occurs semi-regularly, but we do love each other. I think she does. We had a big problem a few years ago where she caught me checking out some women in front of her while she was pregnant. She was really hurt and hasn't let it go. She said it changed everything in our marriage and things have never been the same. It hangs over us constantly. Other background is she had cheated numerous times in the past before being with me. She always told me that I changed her and caused her to want to be faithful and committed. I honestly believe she hasn't cheated on me with the exception of this situation, and maybe some flirting here and there. So fast forward to now, 2 months ago she started a new job which requires her in the office full-time after working remotely a lot. One day driving together going out of town for vacation, I saw a text pop up on CarPlay from some guy. I asked her who it was. She told me someone from work and acted kind of weird. We were on vacation, so I asked why work was hitting her up. She said he was just saying hi. I got suspicious, so when I had a chance I checked her phone. There were a lot of messages back and forth. Mostly just small talk and joking around, a little flirty, but nothing too bad. It was on my mind, so a couple weeks later last weekend, I looked again and there were a lot more messages, these ones being a little more flirty, saying things like you miss me or you're my favorite person at work, and meeting up for walks etc. I was more bothered at this point. We take the train home from work and normally meet at the train. I got off a little early and met her at her job. Knowing the guy was there, I wanted to see them together. Sure enough, they walked outside together. She looked surprised to see me but introduced me to the guy. On our way home, I started asking her questions about him. I mentioned I had seen the activity on our phone online, showing tons of messages, and asked if it was to him. She told me I was being jealous for no reason and said they were just cool and he texts everybody. I kept grilling her, so she ended up throwing in my face the incident about me checking out other women and got really mad at me, basically saying you have no room to talk. Also pointed out situations where I messaged back and forth with female coworkers in the past, in which there was nothing inappropriate going on at all. I offered to show her the messages. We kind of made up by the next day. So last night I checked her phone again. I see messages to the guy asking if he was surprised to meet me. He said yeah, he was. My wife said she wasn't expecting me and he jokingly said, "Is he stalking you?" She said she deletes all our texts. I forgot to mention she's been deleting messages but not from her recently deleted folder. I wanted to keep things cool, so I apologized to her for being jealous but asked her again to confirm I had nothing to worry about, which she did.
By the end of this, you are going to be crying like a little bitch.
We ended up having sex and cuddling together all night. We were both getting along great this morning before she went to work. At this point I need advice. I'm basically buying time and trying to be very attentive, affectionate, giving her compliments, without being overly needy or clingy. For the time being, I want to make sure she's getting attention from me and less likely to need it from someone else. I get that it may be too late. If I bring up the texts I saw, she will know I snooped in her phone, get defensive, fight with me. I'll push her away more and she will probably change her password and start deleting the messages from her deleted folder. I'll be in the dark and it's more likely something will happen with this guy. My hope.
The fact that you have any hope left in your life is your most admirable quality.
And I'm being naive probably, is that I can prove to her she doesn't need attention from anywhere else if I can step it up. I've been sick to my stomach these past few days. I can barely eat and can't focus on work, my kids, or anything really. This is just weighing on me heavily and I can't get past it. Thanks anyone for reading and any advice. Short update. 1 day passed, our conversation, and things felt a lot better. She told me he has sent some messages to him, which she showed me. He was being a little flirty, but she deflected. She's constantly keeping me updated if he's in the office. She told me it seems like he understands she's not engaging with him anymore. She's been very affectionate towards me since yesterday and communication between us has been very open. I've expressed to her calmly, without fighting or anger, specific things that transpired that upset me and hurt me a lot. Right now, it seems she's remorseful and wants to make things work. We shall see. The guard is still obviously up, but I think hopefully I was able to navigate the situation in the right direction. Thanks again to everyone for their advice. Honestly, posting on here made me realize I absolutely need to put my foot down and say something. You guys might have saved my marriage. And now, for OP's update. Okay, so long story short, I caught my wife having an affair. I don't know with 100% certainty, but apparently it wasn't sexual. It was mostly emotional. The background of everything can be found here in my prior post. Anyways, since I caught her, our marriage overall has been getting better. She still works with the guy and they need to work together based on the nature of their jobs. She's unlocked her phone and has been transparent about their conversations, but this typically leads to me getting jealous and telling her how I am uncomfortable with how much they communicate, sometimes still taking walks during breaks. She claims they are still friends and basically there was a period where they weren't cool at all and it made work more difficult. He acted awkward around her at work and it was harder for her to do her job based on her need to communicate with him. I guess he still compliments her, telling her she's beautiful, etc. Based on what she tells me, anything from her end would not be inappropriate if they had not had the affair. I'm only uncomfortable because of what happened in the past. There is a direct correlation between me getting mad about and bringing up the affair and our fights. When I bite my tongue, we get along great.
Wow, like a bitch.
And that's what Frieza said.
We've been communicating openly, way more affectionate, etc. In a perfect world, this guy would be out of the picture completely, but he's not. So do I keep pushing for her to end her friendship with this guy or just let it go and try to move on if I genuinely believe she's not having the affair anymore? There's way more details and background in the other thread. It's a lot to read, so appreciate any opinions. Thanks.
Nope, I don't want to believe this. This has got to be some form of rage bait. I absolutely refuse to believe that a man as weak and pathetic as OP could actually exist. But with how the men are being raised and brainwashed by feminism of today's day and age, I guess it is entirely possible that the next generation will be full of cucks and entitled hoes with hairy armpits. May God have mercy on us all. Viewer support is the best way for me to remain independent and continue bringing you these daily videos, which will always be here on my channels for you to watch absolutely free. So please consider subscribing to me on Rumble and on YouTube. Both will be linked in the description box down below. Thanks for listening, everyone. If you even somewhat enjoyed today's story, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you really like it, consider subscribing to PattSun to never miss a future upload. Stay strong.